Here is everything new in LEGO Minecraft for 2025 as a whole. So first of all, let's start with the first set, which has not much new. We do get a new Alex skin, which does look quite cool. The rest we have seen before, but you know, it's all nice. We got a cheap lava strider and all that stuff. So I'm not going to complain, there's not much new in this smaller set. And then in our Pillager set, we have nothing really new again, except for another skin. So of course, that is just how it is. It's more of a Pillager battle pack than anything. So you know what? I'm happy with that. Pillagers are really cool, and it's quite exciting that we've got quite a few in a very cheap set. And if we look at the baby pig house, this is where things get exciting, as we have a zombified piglin. Now this is all new for this year, and I'm very excited to see it. I knew they could quite easily do it, just use the piglin torso and the moulded head, just do some different printing on it and it works just fine. And that's exactly what they did, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see this minifigure in real life, and the rest of the set is pretty cool as well. Nothing too new for the rest of it. And now if we move on to the Armadillo Mine Expedition, I guess the name already spoils it, we get armadillos. These are all new, we haven't seen them before. They use a 2x2 plate, I think, with a mould on it, which does look pretty cool, and I think they've done this really well. It's got some nice detail on the printing and stuff, and overall I think they've been really smart with how they designed this little minifigure here. They've made it extremely cute, and didn't mess it up like they did the Hoglin when they first made that. And alongside that in that set you also get a cave spider, which isn't new, but we haven't got it for a while, so that's quite nice to get. They always look really cool, and it's just something a bit different from like the normal spider. So that's quite cool to see, another cave spider, and those really cute armadillos. Really exciting. Next up we have the mushroom house, which I'm going to talk about the brown mushroom. Obviously mushrooms are quite rare in Minecraft sets. The other one is the mushroom house and the mushroom island set. But they don't have a brown mushroom, so this is the new minifigure for 2025. It's pretty similar to the original, I'm just going to be honest with you, but they have recolored it, reprint and everything like that, and it's really nice that they're trying to get all the variants of different mobs in this wave, and you know, we can't complain about that. That is pretty cool and quite exciting. And last but not least, probably one of the most anticipated sets of the wave, the trial chamber. Now, the trial chambers are an all-new thing in Minecraft, and it's all new in LEGO Minecraft right now. This is extremely exciting to finally see this thing in Minecraft LEGO. And the thing that came new with it is the breeze. Now, the breeze is pretty similar to the blaze of some sorts, but they have done it a bit differently. One complaint that people keep telling me about is that it has no eyebrows, apparently. So they have misprinted it. It doesn't look as accurate as it could have been. That is quite disappointing, but obviously they do have time to improve on these things in later waves. Obviously we had the same thing with the Warden, where they made a really weird face print and everything. They haven't sorted that out yet, so maybe they won't sort out the breeze. But still, this is a really cool thing to see, and it's very exciting that they made the trial chamber. One thing that we didn't get though is the bogged, which also comes in the trial chambers, which is quite disappointing. They were just skeletons in this set. They could have quite easily like reskinned the stray and done it, but they didn't, so that's quite sad. Anyway, another thing that we got in this set is a new spawner. So they've done it very differently to the old ones, which are very big and bulky and not very accurate. These ones are a lot smaller and accurate and proportional to the game, which is really nice. Obviously they can't have as much detail as the old ones, but I'm quite happy with how they decided to do it, just to make it more accurate and more proportional to how Minecraft spawners actually are. It's the Woodland Mansion Battle Ring. Now this set has a lot of new things, including 3 of the main characters from the movie, being Steve, and 2 characters which I'm not sure we have names for yet. As well as that, we also have a giant chicken, which will definitely become more apparent when we watch the movie and it will make more sense, but for now we're just gonna have to imagine what it'll be like in the movie. And a new zombie, which is realistic, but it just looks like an off-brand Lego set. This new zombie is quite cool, I guess. It's very different from the other ones we've seen from the normal line of Minecraft sets, but do I like the difference? Maybe not so much. It looks a bit odd in my opinion and not very Minecrafty. If you showed me that, I'd think it was just an off-brand, the set thing. So that isn't amazing. But on top of that, we also have a giant piglin, it seems, which I think is a really good big fig. It looks like a great little one, and it has lots of pieces involved, some nice printed pieces, I'm hoping. Hopefully they're not stickers. And it just looks like a really good build. A nice big fig to add to the great selection we have from Minecraft, like the Iron Golem, the Warden, the Ender Dragon, the Wither, all of those big figs. It will just add to that collection, which is great. And obviously we have the whole new build and everything. Still not the Woodland Mansion we were hoping for. And the characters from the movie, from what we can see here, they are a normal minifigure form. They are not in Minecraft form, which I think is more accurate to the movie, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Our next thing is the gas balloon battle, which does look really cool. So, our first thing that we're going to mention is the new ghast. It looks very different from pretty much every other rendition of the ghast so far. Is it a good difference? I'll let that be down to you. I think it's down to personal preference with this one, because it is so different. It's a very different design and different style from the other ones. Obviously meant to be more realistic than the ones we've got in the main line. Not sure if it really is, but we'll move on. Our next one is the Iron Golem. The Iron Golem is a much more iron colour this time. It's not white because, well, this is a movie. It's meant to be realistic. It has very realistic printing and very different printing from the Iron Golems we've seen before. So at least we've got something different here. On top of that, we have the other two main characters that come into the world and Steve yet again. Also, we have a villager which looks a lot more realistic than the original villagers. This is also down to personal preference, if you like it or not. I'm not the biggest fan of all this realistic stuff, but it's definitely the most realistic looking minifigure of the entire series of sets, so at least that one did pretty well. The piglins, they look not so realistic. The thing is with these things, they keep changing the styles. With some of them, like the Iron Golem and the Villager, they have some really realistic things, whereas like the piglins and that zombie, they just look like a cartoon. And they should probably be more consistent with the style of the minifigures they're using, because, well, then it would just look off-brand, and I feel like this is what the piglins look like as well. But they are new and exclusive to this set. Next up, we do have an enchantment table, which looks awesome, as well as endermites. So that's a quick overview. And then, of course, we have the giant Enderman, which, as you know, it's a new set, so it's going to have new stuff. Alongside that, there's a lot of different ladders, which are completely new, because we used to have giant ladders, which didn't really look game accurate. But as you can see here, there's some very thin ones, which are more accurate and more proportioned to the players in the game. So that looks great. And as for the rest of the set, we did get an enchanted crossbow, which is nice, and the endermites also look amazing. They're very small, so pretty game accurate, and very fit for this set, since there's lots of endermen, ender pearls. It works very well, so I think it was a great set to add it in with, and also the size of the set isn't too bad either. So I'd say this set hasn't got a lot of people talking about it, but it is well worth the price and does look pretty nice, because it is a several in one build, and the two exclusive minifigures also look cool, so those are definitely new. And, of course, we do get that in every wave, so a lot of other sets in this wave will have exclusive minifigures. Next up is the Pickaxe Mine. Now, the Pickaxe Mine doesn't have as much new as such, but there's a lot of cool things and features which are inside it, such as a baby polar bear, a spider jockey with a stray, which is quite nice. Although the stray does not have the fabric which it originally came out with, we have not seen that yet since it originally came out, so that's still pretty rare. But it's nice to see that we've got the stray back. We also got that in the advent calendar, which is really nice. So we got that in both sets, but if you want a stray, now's your year to get it. Also, they got a stonecutter in there, which has been done before, so a lot of the stuff here has already been done before, but it's done really well here and looks really nice. Very reminiscent of the creeper mine, as I said in my video announcing them. And I think overall it's just a nice set. Nothing much new, but a lot of nice little things, like a map. So it's not trying to impress anyone, it's just trying to be a good set with a lot of enjoyable play features, some nice minifigures, including the exclusive one the exclusive skin which we get in almost every single set. Especially in this wave, we've got a lot of new and exclusive skins. Next up is the TNT House. This came out to quite a bit of criticism. The colourful design of it is not very pleasing to the eye, and many people find it to look quite ugly and something that looks like a candy cane, which I very much agree with. But it did get the blue parrot, which is really nice, although people do think it should have come with the parrot houses, since one of the giant parrot houses was a turquoise parrot, which is what we got in this set. So that is a bit sketchy, but alas, if you want to get all the parrots, you're going to have to get this set too. But overall, there isn't much new except for a new Steve. I never thought I'd be saying this, but they have changed Steve. It's now a darker tone, so therefore more game accurate, which I think is really cool. I've seen a few people who saying they want to pick up this just for the Steve, so they can have a more game accurate Steve, and also compare it to the old one. I think it's cool that LEGO Minecraft is trying to increase their accuracy to the game, and as they're based on the game, you'd hope so. Also, it's nice to see another beach-based set, although with a parrot, I'd expect it to be more jungle-based. We've got one vine. I'm not sure if that implies it's a jungle, or they were just trying to, at least seem like the parrot was fit there. I'm not sure the beach setting is really fit for the minifigure selection, but that's how it goes. Nothing much really new apart from that, however, just a zombie and a creeper, pretty standard overall. But, yeah, not my favourite set of the wave. Next up is the Pillager Outpost, which is probably the best set of the wave and the most anticipated. This set contains a giant pillager tower, which is all new, of course. It has a Ravager as well, which isn't new in fact. It did come in the Illager raid a while ago, but it's nice to see it to come back again, so that's nice. We also got a Pillager Captain with a new method of using the flag, which is nice. Same minifigure and everything, just a new method of displaying the flag, the banner on top of it. We also got a Vindicator, which is quite nice. These don't actually naturally spawn at a Pillager Outpost, but it is also combining with a raid, which is a nice touch, I'd say. We got a nice new villager skin in this set as well, so that is something new in here and it's exclusive to this set, as well as an exclusive skin, per usual. With every set, this is pretty much the standard, unless we get an Alex or Steve. This case, it was a skin. Not many minifigures in the set, but I think the minifigure selection overall is quite solid. Really, what you buy this for is the set being the giant pillager tower, which we had not yet seen before. Also, the pig has had a bit of a redesign, having a flat tile on top instead of just a brick, which is quite nice because it just looks a lot cleaner overall. And just these small touches is what makes a set that much better. Also, an Asaia village for the first time, a Savannah village, which I think looks really nice. Next up is the Warden Encounter. Now in this set, the obvious big minifigure is the Warden, which we have in fact got before, and they haven't really changed much about it since the Deep Dark battle. It still has the big turquoise band on the top of the head, and also has the moving horns, which I think is still quite nice, although kind of makes it look slightly ugly with how they had to do it. This set also comes with a chicken, which is a bit random, but at least they're extending the minifigure selection beyond just a player and the Warden. Also, we get a skin in this one, which is nice. As I said, it's a standard at this point. And the Warden is really what this set is all about. It's a cheap and easy way to get it, since the Deep Dark battle was more on the expensive side and is pretty much retired at this point. So this was an easy way to get it for a much cheaper price than the original. And overall, I think what they've done with this set is really, really good. Next up, we have the Creeper. Now, the Creeper is not really a set which has much new in it. This set was more designed to be really good to display. It looks really nice and has a lot of nice little movable features. It's not an 18+ set, but it acts like it is. Also, we got this little pig thing, which isn't really exclusive because you can build it yourself, but it's a nice little Easter egg hinting at that the Creeper was a failed model of a pig, which I think is a really fun little touch and very much will be appreciated by many Minecraft fans to come. So that is really, really nice. That was everything new in 2025. It's been a pretty good year overall and there's a lot to see. You can subscribe up there. There is another video down there. Really hope you enjoyed and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.